you guys, welcome back to another episode of
She Means Well. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
How are you feeling, Freedom Girl?
Oh, I feel good. I feel a little buzzy on my second cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah? I was
Yeah.
more so referring to how do you feel about last week's episode? How does that feel to you?
Jumping on in.
Yeah.
Feels so good. Last week was really freeing to just talk about everything and get it out, get in the open, and just a quick thank you for everyone's responses. You guys are so sweet, and just like, I have not had one person be like, but why? Like, I don't get it.
Mhm.
And just, yeah. So thank you guys. Please keep us in your prayers because this next chapter is just going to look different and we could use the prayer.
I feel like, though, when that does happen, when people are like, why, though, it encourages really good conversation to have. So if you are wondering why,
Yeah. Because there's
right?
been people that
I don't want to speak for you, but like ask. Right?
Well, yeah, there's been people who I know that aren't Christians and they're like, but to them, they think it's the wise way is to live with someone before you get married. And I've definitely been like, okay, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. And even people who I know for themselves don't think the same. They're like, I think that's really cool. Or even had someone just this week that was like, I wish I did that. And she's married now and she lived with her boyfriend before they got married. And she's like, I think that's so cool. Yeah. So it is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Nice. Well, you guys, on this episode, we are going to be talking about your submissions. Glam Gone Wrong.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm really excited about this one.
Are you?
Do you have any glam gone wrongs?
Oh, probably from the professional standpoint.
Well, no, you being the gal.
Yeah. One time I kicked a gal in the boobs when she was giving me a pedicure on accident. My feet are so ticklish, and she was just like shimmy. She had big knockers, and she was shaking while she was filing. And I was like, whoa, and it just it slipped out. I was like,
poor woman.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry. And
you tip now?
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad.
Me.
What do you have? Was it from me watching your face off?
No, like whatever. That's expected. I feel like when you get your hair done, Bailey and I always kind of giggle because, I want to look cute in my after photos when Bailey does my hair. So I go with my makeup done. And at the bowl, I don't know what happens if she closes one eye or something, but she literally gives me a facial at the same time. And it's probably just me and not all her clients, I'm assuming. No, it's not that. You're bad every time. But that did happen.
Okay, I feel like it was worse in beauty school. You were like, there goes my eyebrows. There goes my bronzer.
But it's also because I had thick layer of eyebrow on.
Yeah.
I used to use the pomade.
Oh gosh.
And like
Nike.
I think for like some eyebrows that is great and beautiful. For little eyebrows like mine. And I think it was just like 3 tones too dark.
Oh.
No, my glam gone wrong was I went in to go Bailey was in beauty school. I'm sorry, but you end up being the butt of this horrible experience. But I went into beauty school and I had all over dark hair. Not quite black, but it was really dark. Or would you call it black?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Like a 2.
Okay.
Like a 3.
Whatever. Whatever that
like
means.
A 3. Like a 3.
Okay. And I just wanted to be lighter. And so I think you had to get like signed off on an all over color or something. So you're going to lift me to just be like a light brown, I think. I left the salon a redhead.
Oh yeah. I like pulled the color out and then
like a true redhead.
We basically did a color remover and I just didn't. And then I did highlights. And then I think I just was like, well, get the color out and then highlight it. And then the goal was to be like, you're natural with highlights. And why did I put a color on everything else? Don't know. Left raw red.
I ended up liking it. I remember like
is
leaving
crazy.
and saying like, dude, I actually like it. And I did. I would never get red hair now, but I liked it back then.
Well,
What?
that's just part of the process, going light
Okay.
from box.
Okay.
It is.
But okay, so you have a client come in
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
and they say, hey, I want to have light brown hair. You're going to say, okay, you're going to leave with a full
Warm.
head of red hair.
Lifting out box color. Yeah. It's definitely going to expose a lot of red.
This is the first time where you've been like, oh yeah, like that will happen. That wasn't a mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake. I mean, I could have toned it down, but you're going to leave feeling.
So anyway, that's my glam gone wrong.
Red hair.
Red hair.
Okay. I wanted to talk to you. I'm sure you heard about this week. Some local stabbing on 410.
No.
On 410, there was a road rage incident like 2 days ago. There was a motorcyclist and a pickup truck driver. And they were driving and the cyclist was in front of the pickup truck. The motorcyclist was letting people turn during rush hour and the pickup truck was like, go. You don't have to keep letting these people in. So the pickup truck drives around the motorcycle, speeds up probably as fast as he can during rush hour up the hill, pulls off into the restaurant halfway up 410.
Where are we?
410 going up the hill.
Like Eli Hill?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And goes into the restaurant parking lot. And then the motorcyclist pulls over too. And they go chest to chest. And they're like, and then the pickup truck driver stabs the motorcyclist in the chest.
Does he die?
And then the motorcyclist, genius, stabs the pickup truck driver's tire so he can't leave.
Oh, wow.
And then the article says they had to sit and wait for police. It's like, how awkward. But no, he didn't die.
How's the weather? What is that?
It's crazy. It's like
He
people
didn't
are
die.
insane.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
it's like, okay, you get stabbed, but like how convenient, I guess, that you have a pocket knife that you can get someone's tire. Like I would be like,
yeah,
here I go.
Yeah. And isn't that an advantage of being a motorcyclist? Like anytime I'm sitting in traffic and I see them like go up, I don't know I think it's like legal in some states and illegal in some. But I'm like, oh, to be anything, to be a.
Yeah. But the truck driver is the one who was zipping around, not the motorcycle.
Oh.
Yeah. And the truck driver was like 68 years old. And the cyclist was like his late 30s, 40s. Maybe.
Oh, what a freak.
I know.
When you say truck driver, I'm thinking like a semi-truck driver.
No, like a pickup truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did he weave around? Huh?
Yeah. I think it was a white pickup truck.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Going off of some news, have you guys heard about the pastor in South Carolina?
Oh.
In Myrtle Beach. Solid Rock Ministries, you guys.
Yeah, talk about it.
Okay. So you had like a couple weeks ago, you're like, have you heard about the Kentucky pastor? About this weird, and I looked it up that night, saw nothing. There was nothing there. I couldn't find it anywhere, but now it's everywhere. And there was this couple, this pastor in South Carolina. And the wife was 30 years old. The husband
30?
The husband was like 47, like significantly older than her. They met when she started going to the church. He's the pastor of that church, planted that church. And she was 14 at the time. And he was like, because the congregation was so small at the time, he was, everywhere, like overseeing everything. So of course he was there, like at youth.
In his 30s probably at that point.
Well, let's do the math. If she was 30 and she was 47, or he was 47, so that's 17 years.
Yeah. I almost said 13 years.
So when she was 14, he was 31. Yeah.
Jeebies.
Yeah.
14.
So they started like hanging out at that time as well.
No.
Started like dating. They don't know, and the family doesn't know if there was anything sexual involved at the time. Anyway, they end up getting married. He's this very, very abusive guy, allegedly. Okay, this is all allegedly. There's no like official documentation out as of like the evidence and everything. But she, had gone on Facebook and they were in like this, they got separated. The divorce was not final, but they were just, or not they, he was very nasty towards her. He would like talk about her in front of the congregation multiple, multiple times in a message. He would talk about how, so she had like really bad mental health problems and he would just like kind of make fun of her, like talk about it in a very light way in front of the congregation. Like she needs her meds. Um, he talked about how he admitted her into a hospital. And when she got out, she flew to Africa because she was doing some ministry work over there. And he was like, yeah, she drained my bank account. She did it, just like airing out all of their dirty laundry to the congregation.
Ew.
Yeah, it's sick. And then like he had he was just giving a message and at the very end, like normal altar call time, he was like, I also just want to give an announcement. If you could please stand to your feet. After I give this announcement, please just leave the church. Please do not stick around and have conversation about this announcement. If you can, thank you. I'm going to be taking a couple weeks off, but last night I got a call that my wife is dead. It was self-induced. Have a great week. Gets off stage.
What the hell did he just preach about? Like,
dude, I don't know. I wanted to go I was curious what his messages were like, but they took down their website. So he recently was asked to step down from being the lead pastor there. And there's just so many things coming out. Like there's evidence that he did slash her tire before. He posted a picture of her nude on Facebook. And there's evidence on that because he emailed her. And this was all in the midst of like this divorce. And they never officially got a divorce, but he emailed her and was just like, you hurt me so bad. And that's why I posted the picture of you. I realized that was wrong. I'm sorry.
I fell asleep last night. Multiple nights now. I just have been falling asleep to Paul's letter to Timothy. I fall asleep to Bible stories for adults at night, and I love it. It always just puts me to sleep. And it talks about if you're a leader in the church, what kind of man and what kind of person you are to be. And that man needs to revisit that. It's like, dude.
He did not. No.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. And like there's a message that he preached. There was a little clip I saw and he was just like, I'm praying the Lord gives me a rich, hot, loves Jesus wife. Amen. I shouldn't be here today. Oh, Lord.
Ew.
Yeah. Like
how do you
sick.
have, okay, like when I think about like a healthy church, I think about there obviously being a pastor, but then like a council that like pastors that have too much power is like a really scary thing.
There's a couple times where he, I guess, had reached out to the elders about like if they should follow through with the divorce and they're in support of that. Yeah, but also you don't know how much he's just talking out of his butt.
And so sad. This woman's gone now. And
yeah, and he put on a funeral for her at that church that he used to just defame her name. And it's sick. You should watch the video. I'll go on YouTube and watch the memorial service. It is weird. I watched what are they called? Somebody that analyzes like body language. And like facial expressions and stuff. I watched a breakdown of it.
Love that.
And he's like wiping tears that aren't there. He like does this like little guinea pig like snort. He's like, nah, nah. Somebody goes up and hands him like a handkerchief and he was like, I'm fine.
I love that career. Like it would be so fun to study like people's body language and behavior because
I would never stop working though.
If your parents were that, it'd be like, there was a show, what was it? Lie to Me, maybe is what it was called. Like a long time ago, like aired after American Idol or something.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it with my dad and my dad really picked up on that. If you look to the left while you're talking, like you're lying or something like that, or they're right. I don't remember what it was.
Mhm.
And I remember when in high school talking to him, I'm staring this man dead in his soul. Like my eyes are not moving.
Oh my
Or he
gosh.
would be like, I saw your eyes. I saw your
Yeah.
eyes. I'm like, okay, relax.
Yeah, my parents went through a stage during like quarantine where they would watch, I forgot, it's just like five guys and that's their job. And they have a channel on YouTube. It's a panel and they just evaluate all of these different trials of these like murders. And it's pretty cool.
I wonder, is that like do they utilize that in the court
Yeah.
system all the time? Because I
Uh-huh.
feel like
Hmm.
that needs to be like a
Yeah,
always
I've
thing.
watched trials where they've had them on stand.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Or like just
Can I hire one for my life?
watching the convicted, quote unquote, the person that's being like giving a statement that I know I'm not guilty of this
Or I
crime.
think even someone being interrogated
Yeah.
beforehand. I think they'll watch those clips back and ask their
Wow.
opinion on those.
Dude, that's so sad. One TikTok that I saw was like this woman had haircuts planned and she was like very open about her mental illness and mental health like struggles, but she um this girl on TikTok, number one news source, was like this woman was wanting to live. Like she had plans in her life. She wasn't, and so this girl was alleging that like was he a part of her murder? Who knows? But
Are you going the pastor?
yeah, that case. Cuz she was like she had a haircut plan next week and she was making plans with friends and which I don't
Yeah.
know.
Which it's like, I mean, this is just my own opinion, but I feel like when you do struggle with mental health and you get to that breaking point, who gives a flip about your hair appointment? You know, you're not thinking about
Right.
anybody else but ending,
Right. Which
you
it's like
know?
you probably do have things in life scheduled and
Yeah,
planned and then it's
I'm
like this
sure.
one
Because life is
breaking
still going on.
right.
Yeah.
So it's like that there's really no credit there, but
No, but I'm sure, in my opinion, again, I feel like he was the driving source behind
yeah, he's
her.
taunting her
Yeah.
to push her to the edge.
Yeah. And she had gotten
Ew.
to a breaking point.
Breaking point.
Breaking.
Ding, 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 ding.
A breaking point before, years before. And so he knows like that she's been there before and probably knows exactly how to push her. And so they're going after him. The family is.
Wow. Do you
Which
remember his name?
Justice for Micah, John Paul Miller. And
John
Micah
Paul.
Miller.
Who is that? John Paul Jones.
Or JP Miller. Yeah, you guys go look
John
it up
Paul
on
Jones.
YouTube.
That was from The Bachelor, I think. Okay, that is disturbing.
In other news,
I feel like we are like a news show right now.
we are. Today we are. This is Como 5. It's Como 5! Okay. In other news, you guys.
I feel like we need like music for a different segment.
We will. In other news, you guys, friends, listening, family, since I was a little girl, I have had this burning desire to go to Africa specifically. I've always wanted to go to Africa to love on people there, serve people there, spread God's word there. And I recently have been given the opportunity to go to Uganda in August, and I'm going.
She gone.
I'm going and I'm so excited. Literally it's like a dream coming true. And I think for some people hearing that, you're like, you're going to Africa, girl. Like, what are you talking about? But I just wanted to do that for so long. And I can't believe it's falling into place. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you could be praying for me, it's in August. I think I leave August 28th.
Do you know what you're going to be doing there?
Yeah, it's a medical missions trip. It's not geared towards dental, but there's going to be, I know, some dental needs there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might be the only dental person there, though.
Oh, wow.
We're going with 3 doctors. So we're going to start in a city called Catway. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. And there's 35,000 people that live there, and it's in the ghetto. The last time that this group that I'm going with, it's with Freedom Projects with a Z. Um, in just 3 days, they saw over 1,000 people. And yeah, that's a lot of
Mhm.
patients for like a small group. I mean, I
Mhm.
think there's like 12 of us.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, so we're gonna be there for like 2 weeks and then not 2 weeks, like a week. And then we take this little airplane, fly up north, and I cannot pronounce that city, but fly up north and do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So Katwe is the really close to the capital of Uganda, but it's like the slums. It's the
Uh-huh.
ghetto. Like, we're gonna be seeing like a lot of bone breaks, cleft lips, a lot of like infected teeth, a lot of wound care.
Okay, so for dental, like, when they have infected teeth like that and they're not gonna be able to receive, like, continual care, or
Mhm.
are their teams always coming? Like, what do you do? Do you just pull the teeth
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
then
you just pull the tooth.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, they don't have preventative care. They
uh-huh,
don't have continual care. Yeah. They really just wait around for people like us
mhm,
from the US to come in and help. And
mhm.
yeah, there's just lines, people waiting all night, all like for days for us to be there. They like know that we're coming and they'll start making the line days before.
But there's gonna be, like, opportunity to, like, pray for healing over people
Oh yeah,
too?
we're going to be preaching the gospel the
Yeah,
entire time.
yeah, it's gonna be so cool.
It's going to be so cool. And I'm not just going to be like medical
Yeah.
there. I'll spend a lot of my time doing that stuff, but we're also going to be going like to an orphanage
Oh,
and just like
wow.
praying with the kids there. I'm going to be giving like a lot of just like preventative care like examples, like I plan on bringing like my teeth model or like
Uh-huh.
a toothbrush to show.
Yeah.
I recently had a patient. She moved here from Kenya
Uh-huh.
when she was about 17,
Mhm.
and it was a really emotional appointment. She opened up to me and just told me like the first time that she was actually taught how to brush her teeth wasn't until she like came here
Oh,
and she was
wow.
17.
Is there supplies that you'll be able to be sent with, like,
Yeah, I wanted to talk to my office
extra?
about it.
Yeah.
I know like toothpaste expires, but it's still good stuff
Yeah.
compared to what they don't have or could be using.
Yeah.
But it's heavy. So
Uh-huh.
I don't think I'll really be able to bring toothpaste, but
What about,
I'm
like,
gonna talk to
those
Heidi about bringing some toothbrushes and
don't, like, little, like, not pills, but they look like a little chewable pill type. I remember when I was a kid, them giving me the thing to see where you miss.
oh,
Do
that's
they
a good
have
idea too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
But do they have, like I'm curious if there's, like, toothpaste in different forms, like, for
Mm.
that kinda thing.
There's gotta be.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Wow, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
We will be keeping you up or keeping updates going, and then we'll have to do a full recap.
Oh yeah, for sure. You guys, I'm gonna come back a different woman. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm
that's
gonna
so
come back
cool.
and say, I'm never shaving my armpits again. I'm
Ah!
just kidding. But with that being said, you guys, I need to raise quite a chunk of money. If you feel ever so inclined to help me out to get to Uganda, my ticket has been paid, my flight. So it's just, getting the whole team there.
Mhm.
You can donate. Let me read this little link to you, but it's at freedomprojects.managedmissions.com/my trip/Abigail Eppard.
'Kay.
And you can give there.
Yeah.
Thank you. And if you can't give, that's okay. Your prayers are greatly welcomed.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in a very different environment, and I'm just praying that I allow the Lord to use me the way that He wants to.
Yeah. That's so cool, dude.
Yeah,
Do
I'm stoked.
you know, like, are there other I don't know, like, are you gonna be split men and women sometimes?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, and the clothes you'll wear.
I know.
Wow, there's so much. Okay. I'm so excited for you.
Me too.
Yay.
And Connor's coming. He's going to be filming a ton. So there's going to be videos that I'll be able to share with you guys too.
Mhm.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any gentlemen listening,
Mm.
we are going to dive right into Glam Gone Wrong, your submissions to us. Okay,
I'm so excited.
I'm going to start with the first one. I got my eyebrows laminated and the girl burnt my eyebrow hair. Eyebrows are everything.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. If you have you ever looked at celebrities with no eyebrows?
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
Or I just think about the times where, like, coloring in my eyebrows, they were so bad. That also reminds me, quick little story, when I was a young whippersnapper, this is so bad. I smoked weed out of an apple,
Oh,
and I burnt my eyelashes off on one eye.
comes the price.
It does.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this next one. I can read who this is, or I can't read who this is from, but I know who this is from. Aaron, I'm sorry. One time my friend Bailey cut my hair at home and gave me a Willy Wonka bob. Dude, okay. If you don't already
Willy
know,
Wonka
if
Bob.
you don't already know, I was a color specialist and I will do like a basic trim but like a bob or creating a whole haircut is like a whole different thing. And I got a little overzealous and I did Erin's hair at home. And I was like, I'll just trim her hair. And next thing I know, she has like a free swinging shorty short bob. And I'm like, I don't think I want, and we were hanging out all the time at that time. And I told her like, I did not want to see you for like 6 months. And we weren't close enough for me to be
Poor
like,
thing.
dude, it wasn't until probably 6 months later when it had grown, I was like, I hated seeing you because it was just like,
You didn't tell her you didn't like it right away?
no, we weren't that close. I was just
And
like,
she didn't say she didn't
she's
like
like,
it?
no, she's like, I like it. I love it. She to this day has been like, no, I really liked it. Like it was fine. And I was like, no, I literally, when you have to see something in the wild that you've done that you don't like,
Yeah, that would be rough.
it's like punishment.
Wanting to dye my blonde hair brown, and my neighbor who used to do hair said that she would do it for me. Well, long story short, when she poured out the color, it was very red. When she poured out the color, it was very red. Not brown like I wanted, but she told me not to worry, it will darken it as it bonds to my hair. Well, it definitely did not darken, and I had red hair for the first 3 months of my sophomore year of college.
It is weird
I
because
feel ya, girl.
there are some colors that like oxidize, like it'll be a chocolate brown and it oxidizes like this mustard yellow. And I've told clients before, I'm like, this is a trust exercise, okay? Like I'm not gonna leave you with mustard hair, but
It can be scary for the client
Yeah.
seeing that, for sure.
oh no. Oh no. Okay, is this just gonna be a bunch of episodes of people ragging on me?
Is the next one about you?
I know it is from the first sentence. Once upon a time, two besties went to beauty school together. Oh, wait, I need to zoom out. Okay. Oh my God. Don't come to me for a color correction, okay? In beauty school.
In beauty school now.
Okay. I was ready to get rid of my years of dark box dyed hair and move towards the blonde side. Well, I've heard this story. We were able to do services at school as long as they were scheduled way in advance. We knew it was going to be a project, so we decided to have a sleepover the night before and get my service going with another one of our friends to jumpstart for the next day. We decided bleaching it out was the way to go. So they did maybe 2 all over bleach applications, which we should have done a color remover. And also, I don't know if she adds this in, but we forgot to bring gloves home from school.
No.
I think we were so dumb. We were literally 18. Brains not developed, clearly. I think we brought 1 pair of gloves home. So Jerica and I, we were doing JC's hair, and we both had like 1 glove. And then the other ones, we put our hands in like a Safeway bag.
Like the bleach is going to eat through that.
And we were just like going. And like, why couldn't just one person do it fast? So anyway,
Yeah.
we lift JC's hair and it looks like this candle. Okay.
Oh,
That night, which we knew. We were like, this
the
is what,
orange.
this is wasn't the white. Let me tell you. If you know anything about hair, box color, I looked like a highlighter. We were talking bright ass orange/yellow. It was absolutely hideous. But no worries. We were gonna have all the next day to finish it at school, as long as we were in time for school. Side note, our school was super strict on attendance. And since cosmetology is hours based, they hit you where it hurt. School started at 8, and if you were late, you weren't allowed to come in until 9:30.
Ooh.
Also, you weren't allowed to get services done that day. We went to bed pretty late, of course, when all of our alarms went off the next morning. We in parentheses, okay, more so they struggled to get out of bed.
This is JC writing this.
Yes. Eventually, we made our way out the door. I remember waking up late and JC's like, guys, we gotta go. My hair. And Jericho are like, it's fine.
Poor JC dude.
Literally. Eventually we made our way out the door and sure as shit showed up at GJA late. I was so embarrassed with my fluorescent colored hair that at some point I was put into tears. Oh no, Jace. My friends felt so bad. They were literally begging admin and our teachers to let me get my hair done. I wasn't able to, and instead I had to take clients of my own. I'll never forget the one lady who asked me if my hair color was natural. Dead. I wanted to punch her, LOL. And then to make it even worse, I think we had to wait, or maybe I came into school on my day off because our school was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I think I went out on Tuesday and we were like, can you please let us do her hair? And I just finished it. But dude, I'm so sorry from the bottom of my heart.
That's rough.
Gosh, this is like a roast.
I got my nails done and was getting gels. I picked out a cute little mauvey pink, which is what I typically go for. After the first nail they put on, I looked down at my finger to see a color that I can only describe as dirty pencil yellow. Did I speak up? Nope, too polite. WTF. Ewy.
Dirty pencil. We've all been there though, where you're like getting it done and you're like, this ain't it.
It's always a risk. Like I have my like go-to couple colors and every once in a while I'll get a weird hair and want to do something new, fun.
Yep.
And I hate them.
Or even like the classic like light white pink and it's like, maybe after the second coat, it'll, and then it's too late.
It's
like
too
I'm not
late.
gonna
They're
redo
already
it.
like 5 coats in. It's not getting any pinker.
Like, can we do another coat?
I know. You leave with
Bubble nails.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh my gosh. I remember when I was in beauty school, I had a client that came in who needed a corrective color. She had tried yet again.
Is that like the hardest thing to learn?
Yes.
Because it's a whole process. It's a lifting. It's
basically like, when you get like, I tell people like a tiny spot of bleach on a black shirt and it's like, if you wiped it off in 10 minutes versus an hour, the lift would be different.
Yeah.
That's your hair has what's called contributing pigment. And so when people go out in the sun and they're like, I have natural red highlights, like everyone has warmth that's just like in their hair.
Oh, okay.
And when you put box color on it, you're like shoving artificial pigment deep into the hair. And so when you try to get it out, you're having to lift through all this artificial color, this gunk that's in there.
Okay.
And so it just leaves behind extra red and extra warmth versus a virgin application.
It's a mess.
It's just clean. And then also, let's say someone did a box color, waited 6 months, and then they're like, I want to get my hair done. The first 3 inches of their hair is going to lift quick, beautiful. And then the box color. So you have to even out the canvas.
That's
you have
hard.
to tone. But then it's like you're always left with all this extra warmth and it's just a process. So don't ever box color your hair. Just don't. Just literally don't. If you are blonde and you want to go darker, literally, I'll shoot you a formula you can get. Like literally don't do it. It's just not worth it. Professional color comes out so much better. Okay. Okay, when I was in beauty school, I had a client that came in who needed a corrective color. She had tried to do a mesh cap highlights and something went terribly wrong because she came in and her entire long brown hair had these orange and blonde spots.
Oh.
She was a leopard.
Oh no.
I've never seen anything so awful. Of course, it would have been way easier to go dark, but she had to be difficult and still wanted to be blonde. And it was too cheap to pay for a foil with an all over color. Poor girl, I tried. Oh no. Like the bleach must have got into the spots where the holes were in the cap.
I remember doing that on you when you were in high school.
So bad.
But there were highlights, right?
Yeah, you like pulled through the cap.
It looked like I was crocheting.
I can hear the sound of the hook and
I can too.
In your ears all loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you look
bad.
like an alien at the end.
Yes.
When I was in high school, I wanted to go blonde one summer. I went to a hairdresser that was an acquaintance from my church. This is when I learned that my hair doesn't lift well, and the end result was orange.
Please, dear God, don't be about me again.
I was going out of town for a while and she offered to fix it when I got back, but it was so awkward that I never went back to her. I literally waited for the orange to grow out. It was so bad.
Again, when you have to see people in the wild, it's like either be a complete stranger I never have to see again, or like be my best friend that I can be like, you gotta come back. I don't like how that looks.
Yeah. Yikes, dude. These are all terrible.
I feel like I have anxiety. I gotta go to work after this, and it's so crazy. Like, it's funny to be in this industry and just like poor people. Like, I'm always telling my clients, I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, it's your hair on your head. You got to look at it every day. If
Mhm.
there's anything that you don't like about it, like, tell me. Let's
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
Because no one likes to live with, and like, don't be like, well, now I can never go back to that girl. Like, I get it. I would probably disappear into the wilderness too if I
Mhm.
didn't like it and I kind of knew somebody. But like, I just heard this girl the other day in the salon talking about, well, yeah, my friend is a hairstylist and I don't know how many more times I can tell her my mother-in-law got me a gift card somewhere else. Like, she's
Oh,
just lying because she doesn't
no.
want her friend to do it.
And doesn't want her to hurt her feelings.
Yes.
That's rough. I feel like I've had it so good and easy because you've always done my hair. You're the I've had
Ever
one
since
other
that other.
Oh, I've had two other people do my hair. One, it was like a giveaway, and then I saw Savannah for a while when we were broken up.
Yeah.
Savannah did a really great job
Yeah,
on my
she
hair
did.
too. And I felt even like seeing her, like I could be honest with her
Yeah.
and tell her, but like with you, maybe this is bad, but like I could be like, no, Bailey, I don't like it. Whereas if I didn't like something Savannah did, which I don't think ever happened, I couldn't do that.
No.
You know? Maybe I'd be like, oh,
It
can
would
we
be
just
like,
do this?
I would definitely take the low road and send a hey girl text after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Hey girl.
Yeah. But then too, I feel bad. I don't think I would actually do that because then I know that she would have to move around different people to squeeze me in
Not necessarily.
sometimes
Sometimes.
if they're busy.
Yeah, but
Booked and busy. Booked and busy.
I'm busy, but not necessarily if it was like we just need a tone and she had like a 30-minute gap. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be easy. But
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah. So, word of the wise, just have clear communication. Pictures are everything, and see someone who knows how to communicate.
Yeah, but I think you recently, not recently, but you recently told me a story. You had a client that came in, showed you pictures, or maybe it was one of the girls you work with, and like all five of the pictures were something completely different.
Oh, most of the time they are.
Dude, what?
You just have to like ask probing questions like, what do you like about this picture? Have you
Yeah.
ever had highlights that felt too light? Have you ever
Yeah.
had a hair color you didn't like? And
Uh-huh.
like it just like gives you a little bit of nuggets. Another tip, if you're a hairstylist listening, like especially if it's like dark and then really bright on the ends, if you cover like from the eyes up on the photo on your screen like
Uh-huh.
this, and you say like, you see how
Show the camera.
do you see how solid the ends look? And then do you see how dark the top looks? Like you break it up
Oh.
visually and be like, do you want all your ends to be that solid or do you like it because you see some dark up there?
Mm.
It just breaks it up visually so they can see things different.
You're so good, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously, even if you weren't family, I sure hope I would land in your seat.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. I don't think other than beauty school, there's never been a time where I've loved my hair. Even and
What?
No, I mean, there's never been a time that I haven't loved my hair. And not just saying that. I'm super honest with you. I can be frank.
Yeah.
Serious. You're
Aw.
so good.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
well,
I'm
we've
not
learned
a high
today. I've taken a couple spills. I've learned.
That's okay. You have learned. And something that I love, you are just so clear in the very beginning of expectation,
Yeah.
which has got to be, I'm sure, so important for your industry.
Well, because I learned the hard way and it feels way worse to be blow drying with sweat rolling down your back and you're like, this is not what I told them they could have. Like, it's just better to be like, you are not going to leave looking blonde.
Right.
Like, just be honest from the get.
Yes. And not everybody cares about this as much as I would. Somebody that started box dyeing their hair like in high school. So like me trying to revive my hair has been my journey. So I'll go in to see Bailey and over the last couple of years, I'll be like, I really want probably to be more blonde. And Bailey's like, we can, but like your hair is really brittle right now. I just don't think for the health of it, that would be best. Like you give really great advice too.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yep.
Wow, that was fun.
That was.
Honestly, I thought there would be more that I want to, I mean, maybe I don't want to know, but that other podcast that did this, there were so many waxing stories.
Oh, I
Bad
know.
waxing.
I've never had anything waxed ever.
Oh, really?
I mean, other than like at home.
Yeah. I've done a Brazilian a couple of times and oh, that's a mishap for me. I showed up for my very first one. I had a roommate that was like, Bailey, I got a Brazilian. Like, just do it. Like, it's just
Mhm.
worth it. Just, you got to do it once at least. And I'm like, okay. So I go in and I'm like nervous and it's just like vulnerable. And
Cold.
the girl's like, okay, your esthetician will be up in just a moment. And I'm like, okay, looking around. And I think my back's like to the thing. And the girl's like, hi, Bailey. And I turn around and I was like, hi. And it was the old front desk girl at Jean Juarez that I didn't know well enough to be like, oh, thank God it's you. I was like, I'm sweating more now.
Oh.
Yeah. And so the whole time she's like,
didn't she end up putting baby powder?
yeah, making the conversation. And then she's like, a little sweaty, put baby powder. And I'm like, you don't say.
Dude,
She literally was starting to make conversation. So where do you work now? And I'm like, can we just be silent? Like, I don't
really. You'd rather it be silent?
I just
You just wanted
disassociated
it out of
I don't
there.
know. And then I went back again, and I think when I left the first time, I was like, "Can I reschedule?" She was great, but somebody else, please.
When I was younger, I one of my friends, she like recently got a balayage, and she wanted it cut, but she didn't say that when she was at the salon, so she got home and it looked so cute. She's like, Abby, will you just cut my hair? I'm like, sure. I cut off all of like the highlights, and her mom was so mad at me.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
her mom was scary too.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's funny.
Uh,
Wow. Well,
oh my god,
what?
Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are having a baby.
Baby Bieber.
I'm so excited.
The baby's gonna be so cute.
Oh, unreal, dude.
So cute.
Yeah. I said that to someone recently and they're like, "Yeah, like Justin Bieber isn't really cute anymore. He just looks homeless." I'm like, I think okay, I love homeless men then. Like, I don't know.
Sometimes his facial hair is a little puby though.
Yeah, yeah, a little
Like in the
scraggly.
last dump I feel like he did, I was like,
You gotta shave
yeah,
that
a little trimmer. Something, just a white guy that doesn't really have enough facial hair is kind of like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did you glue those on?
From your armpits, from your
Ew.
conduct. From the Brazilian. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we do.
See you later. Until next time.
Signing off, you guys. Hey, wish us luck. We're moving.
Yeah. We are moving. If it doesn't feel more echoey in here.
Echo.
I think this little setup, the mirror and the chandelier are going to be the last to go. Okay, guys.
Dude, I'm sweating. I'm laughing. This is awesome. We love you guys.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
See you later.